Now what I'll be doing here is I will be importing my another background over here and compositing it with my keyed out character. So I do not need this for the moment, which is if I go here into my composition in my effects panel, there is curve, so I do not need that. So I'll be just turning this off. Also I will be doing this to none and this as to none, and over here I have got this keying, so that's fine. Also I'll be disabling this my previous background. So I have this with me, if you can see. Yeah, just drag and drop this here, what I've already done, and then I will be actually scaling this down something like this. And the next thing what I would do here is actually take this and scale this up to maybe 80. That's fine. And selecting this, hitting down P, just offsetting this here. Yeah, this is actually looking fine. And even if you see the scale, this is looking fine to me. So there is this shadow also which is coming, so it's actually fine and no issues with that. But some color correction needs to be done here. So going to curves over here, I guess some tint of red can be added. So just going to my red here and individually just something like this, and along with some green. As you can see, there is on this branch of the tree there is some green tint over here. You can also decrease down the blue a bit. And can enhance some readiness over here due to this tree over here. So these are the minute things which needs to be taken care of. So this looks fine, and if I play this, this is what we get. Now on the shadows part, it is totally fine as there is no much light over there. So this shadow what it is actually casting is totally fine over here. Now one thing what we can actually do is we can actually add some fake blur over here. So just duplicate, I'll be duplicating this, and then I'll be going to fast blur, right over here, and make this to maybe 10. So if you see this, there is some blur over here. Now over here I will be drawing some nice, I actually want to portray this as a depth of field, so that's the reason I'm doing this. So if I go from here something like this, so I'm actually adding some blur over here, and this I can actually go to my mask shape and add some feather to it, something like this, so that a fake blur is been there. So that's pretty fine. Also I can just increase the feather for this. So if you see this, it's actually acting as a depth of field over here, a blur depth of field. So it's pretty nice for me. So these areas over here are more prominent, and this area over here is actually acting as blurred here, or they are not having, as they are not close to the camera, they are not having the depth of field. So we have actually created a fake depth of field in order to make this look real. We can also control this down and make this to maybe 6. So my main agenda of any kind of composition, what I do is it should look actually natural, and it shouldn't be looking something as graphically represented by a normal viewer or a normal layman who is not into the post-production industry. So this is what I wanted to look. So if you see this area over here, this is pretty much blurred over here, so that's totally fine. But this nice kind of depth of field or variation from your camera to till the background should be maintained. That's the reason I've done this. So even if I play this by hitting Ctrl S, of course, this is what I'm actually getting. So we have also learned about creating compositions and adding fake blurs in order to make your composition look more natural. So this was actually a kind of finishing to your final comp.